Oh my God! Oh my God, this place is heaven! That's a lift land from a category 2! What are you working on here? Is this a cuticle? In mint condition? Is that a kaiju skin parasite? I've never seen them alive before. They usually die as soon as the kaiju falls. I thought you couldn't keep them alive.
You can if you soak them in ammonia. What do you want?
I'm looking for Hannibal Chow. I was told he was here.
Who wants to know?
I really can't say. Dr. Pentecost sent me! Oh, that's great. That's real great. So I take it you're Hannibal Chow, right?
I like the name. I took it from my favorite historical character in my second favorite Szechuan restaurant in Brooklyn. Now tell me what you want before I gut you like a pig and feed you to the skin louse.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
This causes it. This causes it. This causes it. Information overload. All the electronics around you poisoning the airwaves.
You are listening to the High Tech Low Life podcast, a cyberpunk media retrospective. High Tech Low Life contains language and themes not suitable for all audiences, as well as spoilers for the content being covered. Listener discretion is advised.
Good morning, Night City! No, that's not.
Nope.
Welcome back to the High Tech Low Life podcast with your hosts, Eric and Josh. I'm Eric.
I'm Josh.
I don't know where that came from. We are...
Look, on this fucking subreddit, we do not goddamn talk about Cyberpunk 2077, you son of a bitch.
My beloved cohabitator, aka wife, has played through Cyberpunk 2077 1 million times. And I have heard that Good Morning Night City, which is how the game starts.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
700,000 times.
Yeah.
So, and it's a great way to start a video game. Let's.
I mean, look, yeah, you need to fire it up. Yeah, it's great.
Unfortunately, that'd be a great intro if we were covering Cyberpunk 2077, but we are not.
No, we certainly are not.
I do hope to one day. Don't get me wrong. It's one of our big targets are getting less and less. Mm-hmm. It's one of the big ones.
Yeah, it's not quite a white whale, but it's...
I think it is for me, just because of the difficulty of the task of doing it.
Yeah.
I would call it one of my white whales, but what's your white whale for stuff we have to cover? And then we'll talk about what we are covering.
Oh, God. I don't know, man.
The Matrix is...
yeah, that's kind of the big...
It's the biggie.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something else. We really are kind of low. Akira, we're really learning low on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We already did Shadowrun. Good for us.
Yeah, we did an aspect of Shadowrun. Yeah.
We owe Shadowrun a little more, I think, and we will.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, this week we're covering something that you could pretty cleanly argue is not cyberpunk.
Yeah, I think people can, and in our channel have said it was cyberpunk. I would disagree outside of, like, look, you can make an argument for almost anything.
Right, anything sci-fi in the future.
Yeah.
It shares vibes for sure, too. You can't deny that, but... And we'll get into discussing how it is and isn't as we do the episode, but it's close enough.
Well, we watched it and I took notes, so we're going to cover it regardless.
Also, quick housekeeping. We were supposed to do the Running Man this week. Our guest had some scheduling conflicts, so we're going to hopefully get to that next week.
Yes.
Running Man 2025.
That is the goal, and I read the novella, so I will be able to compare it to the new movie.
Think of this as a palate cleanser between runnings men.
Yes.
And then we'll do cool runnings. Okay.
Ooh.
Before...
See, they're from Jamaica, which is a tropical island. So
there were Jamaicans in Neuromancer, so that's
it's basically a cyberpunk.
Basically,
they use technology to go fast down ice chute
downhill. Yeah. Well, sound off in the comments if you think Cool Runnings is cyberpunk enough. In the meantime, we're going to talk about. Okay, I've been dreading this. We're going to talk about what has happened in the last few weeks since we've recorded, and
oh boy,
the beginning of the year landed at a dead sprint.
It's look, is currently the 17th, and this year is going real hard to be the worst year of the 2020s. Which is a high fucking bar to clear.
When you start with a global pandemic, and you look back on those days wistfully,
and this 2026 is aiming to fucking clear those marks. Oh boy.
With a lot of the times our dystopia talk blurs the line between political talk and dystopia. There's been some downright dystopian bullshit happening in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's guys, it's real bad out there.
It's real bad. It's beginning of Johnny Mnemonic bad. It's let's talk about Renee Good, I guess.
Well, the very short version, if any of our audience haven't been following the news at all, is that a seemingly very pleasant and cheerful woman from not too far from us, who had moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota in the past few years, went to drop off her kid at school with her wife, and then got shot in the head by an ICE agent who called her a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Obviously horrific, and I don't know. It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
What was from a dystopian angle, and I don't want to gloss over the event and the person, but from a dystopian angle, the response to it is like the most Orwellian bullshit I've ever seen happen.
It's rather impressive. The way like specifically Kristi Noem has been talking about things where it's very much I hesitate to call things Orwellian because
it's so overused, but my God.
It really is. When she is saying he had internal bleeding in his to his torso. Now that's not a diagnosis a doctor would make. That's not, that is not possible in, modern medicine in English. So, I think
all internal bleeding is to the torso, right?
No, internal bleeding just as a category doesn't exist. There are specific categories of internal bleeding that, depending on what it was, it could be a thoracic.
If there was a diagnosis, they would have said it.
Yeah. But you know what is internal bleeding? And I guess theoretically could end up on the torso, a bruising. A bruise is internal bleeding.
You're right. Yeah.
That's exactly and all it is. It's, oh man, you got a little bit of trauma to flesh and it didn't break the skin.
Do you think that even happened though? Because from the angles I've watched, and granted, I've not spent a lot of time looking.
I actually watched this morning a 8-minute long, frankly torturous. I don't know why I do this other than to cause myself pain. Analysis of I think at this point there are 6 or maybe 7 videos of the incident from all different angles and distances, and they did a really good, angle by angle, second by second breakdown of what you were seeing. I think he might have gotten bruising from when he slapped the hood of the car.
Well, bruising on his hand.
If he had hit it a little too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens. It's
Which-
mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, which, I mean, I've done that.
Yeah.
But, he was absolutely not hit by a car. There's one video angle where it kind of looks like he was, just because of the way the video is shot. But then you look at it from, like 2 other angles that kind of get that side of the scenario, and you can clearly see his feet are like 2 feet away from the car, and he's like leaning onto it and hitting it. This is immediately before he shoots the poor woman in the face. Actually, I think that the first one might have been the chest shot, one of the chest shots, and then I think the last one was in her face.
It's bad, and I don't know how somebody. I mean, they're not. It's because they're monsters, obviously. I don't know how somebody sees that and immediately starts calling the victim a domestic terrorist and like just sullies.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that and live with yourself. Clearly, they have no souls.
Yeah, I mean that's where we're at with the whole thing.
They're unequivocally just evil people, I guess.
Yeah,
there's no morally gray ground here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some good people. I don't know if you saw. I think it was a week ago now, something like that. There's an Episcopal bishop in New Hampshire who, at a big public event, said, I'm telling all the ministers and people under me to make sure that their affairs are in order, because we're at a point where we might need to lay down our lives, which is, that's serious shit for an Episcopalian.
Yeah.
I mean, they are not a radical denomination by anybody's standards.
That sentiment's growing online too. Are you familiar with the nastiest angle trend on TikTok?
No.
Let me enlighten you.
Okay, great. I rely on you for almost all of my TikTok knowledge.
It's crazy that this is a popular trend on TikTok. The nastiest angle trend is just shots of people's homes, and some strange kind of unsettling sound is playing in the background. And there's usually words on the screen like, "Bro wants me to go out, but I'm busy holding the nastiest angle for the no-knock ice raid." And then usually at some point towards the end of a video, like a green laser light comes on, and you can see they're like holed up in a corner behind a curtain with like the barrel of a weapon sticking out. People are basically showing, this is where I'm going to hide.
All right.
When they come in. And it's, A, I would not suggest you do this trend. I think this is a bad idea. B, if you do, show them your second nastiest angle.
Yeah, that would be why I would not.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond the general advice of the court system does not understand or care about sarcasm or humor.
Right.
Which is a real basic surface level thing, which I have decided to ignore. I do not think other people should ignore.
Yeah.
That.
Well, I don't know. Like, I've just seen more and more people, and granted it's algorithmically based and it's all subjective, but more and more people like straight up saying, "I'm ready to die now. Like, let's do it." And I know some of the internal feelings I've had, which might not be quite that strong, but I've had feelings that I've never had before. Put it that way. That I've never thought I would be in a situation to have.
I do think all of our listeners in the U.S. at least should consider and be aware of their nastiest angle.
Yeah. We're not saying use your nastiest angle. We're just saying know where it is.
Consider it.
Yeah. I feel like we've definitely gotten on a list with this episode.
If this is the episode that got us on the list, then I think A, we've been doing something wrong, or B, they have been doing something wrong and just haven't heard it.
Yeah, true. Go check out some other episodes, guys. You can do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there. We could do episode after episode just on the rage, and I feel every day as I watch these videos. But there's other things happening too. We're going to war with Europe, and it's
Over Greenland?
over. Yeah, Greenland of all places.
It's an extraordinarily mystifying turn of events.
Why? Why would you want to fight Denmark?
Yeah, and
You can put bases there. They're in NATO. Just put some fucking bases there.
And we have, due to treaties from like 115 years ago, like we have the right to basically say, hey, we want to put a base right here in Greenland, and Denmark pretty much has to say yes. I mean, it's it's just a weird wrinkle from a long time ago that, has popped up of occasional importance, during World War II, the Cold War, etc. There's why?
There's no reason to physically own it unless you want to exploit the fuck out of it for its minerals,
and even then, the minerals are largely theoretical.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they
incredibly difficult to extract.
Yeah, we're pretty sure there's at least some rare earth minerals there, and definitely some oil and some natural gas, but it's incredibly hard to get a hold of because the old joke about how Iceland is green and Greenland is ice is factual.
I think it would be bad to go to war with Europe. That's just my crazy thought.
Going out on a limb, I'm going to agree with you. I mean, this might be a wild position for our podcast to take. Like, we might be totally out of pocket here, but I don't think America should go to war with Europe.
No, I think we should avoid that. I also don't think we should go to war with Venezuela.
Hey, yeah, that's something that I unfortunately successfully predicted on our last recording, I think.
But what is there to say? We can just pop into a country, steal its president away, and it's just something we do now. Denmark, take note, which I'm almost completely sure is why they did it.
Probably. Guys, things are getting real fucking weird. Like 10 years ago when we were recording our fucking Dawson's Creek podcast and we'd do like 5 minutes of what's going on in the world talk at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd occasionally we'd be like, say, Ferguson, Missouri would come up.
Yeah.
And I'd say something like, man, it's getting fucking weird out there and I'm not comfortable with it. Boy, the amount of escalation.
Dude.
Now every third video I see online is either ICE shooting at somebody or kidnapping somebody or getting fucking water ballooned or having water poured outside their headquarters so they slip and fall like dumb pieces of shit.
Idiots.
The escalation over the past decade has been unbelievable.
I don't know. We got to move on though.
Yeah, we do. Hey, do you happen to have any recommendos from the time we were off?
I do. I watched so many movies. I'm only going to talk about one thing I watched. On the flight back, and this is not how I recommend you watch a TV show.
Okay.
The planes we were in, the screens are in the back of the seat in front of you, right?
Did you came on Aer Lingus?
I did come on Aer Lingus. I did not come on Aer Lingus. The screens were so close to me.
Yeah.
Like they were too close to not use my reading glasses, but they were too far back to use my reading glasses. Give me a hell of a headache.
Yeah.
So I was trying to watch something. I gave up. I ended up just like putting on some music. But my wife sitting next to me in her seat with her screen that was the perfect distance away that I didn't need in my readers.
Sure.
Was watching Chernobyl. the HBO
great show.
movie. Yeah. And so I watched
So
the first
hopeful.
I know. I watched the first 2 episodes of that while listening to really like airy indie pop in my headphones and reading the subtitles.
All right, so you got to see fucking Jared Harris,
Yeah.
whipping ass.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, Stellar
So
Skateboard.
good in it. I did eventually for like the 3rd and 4th
One of my
episodes.
dudes.
I put in one earbud so I could kind of hear what was happening. And then
So you got to see the dog executions.
we skipped that.
Okay, smart.
When we didn't get to that episode till we got home and decided to finish the series because we were both into it. And when that episode came up, I'm like, I'm not watching this, and I just tracked forward till it was over. So
Yeah, that's a good move. When I both watched it initially, because I didn't know what was happening, and then the second time that I watched that show, probably a year and a half ago, I watched through it, basically in the same way that really religious people like might whip themselves on
Yeah.
their back.
same way you read the New York
as a form-
Times.
as a form of penance.
Yeah.
Like, yep, this is the price I have to pay.
Well, it's really good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had interest in Chernobyl in the past and like read the timeline and stuff. So I kind of had an idea of what was going on, and that's why I never thought I'd want to watch the show no matter how good it was, because I knew it'd be depressing, but it sucked me in on the airplane and I kept going with it. And it like lingers with you after a few days, man. Like you're thinking, I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's disaster movies like that where you know what's happening and you kind of, I don't know. It's performed so well. And just when you get to the episode with Barry Keoghan, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Just be quick with that skip 30 seconds button.
Yeah, it's a real rough run. I love that show. I think maybe that show initially aired when we weren't doing a podcast for a minute.
I think
But,
so. Yeah, I think it was right before HTLL came out.
Yeah, that would have been, probably in my top blah 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 of the decade or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, there's an incredibly good and powerful miniseries.
So that's going to be my one recommendo. I did watch about a dozen movies, but none of them really worth talking about. Much like The Life of Chuck or whatever that came out on Netflix. I watched Heads of State with
John Cena and Big Driss.
Yeah. Speaking of Idris Elba, yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. We're burning time.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Okay. Well, number one, I have 2 big things for the past couple of weeks. I want to make a big recommendo for something related to our podcast, in that we spent like almost 2 hours talking about Donald Westlake stuff in our Parker episode.
Which was a Patreon, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Also that bullshit fuck around one where I just bitched.
Oh, yeah. We did talk about it quite a bit in that. The bullshit fuck around.
Yeah. The bullshit fuck around episode. Park Chan-wook's new film, which is currently opening / has opened in the U.S. in various markets. It's doing one of those foreign rollouts where, like, it's been in Kansas City for a week or two, and then, like next week it'll be opening up in fucking Denver, that type of thing. It's a movie called No Other Choice.
Mm-hmm.
It is based on the Donald Westlake novel, The Axe, which I absolutely fucking love, about a manager at a paper company who gets laid off and is unemployed for a while, and then decides his best strategy is to kill his competition.
Nice.
And it is a fucking great movie. Like, it's transplanted to Korea, like wholesale, and it's also like it's also set today as opposed to, I think the novel came out in 96, 97, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars the dude from Squid Game. I cannot think of his name.
I don't know his name, but I can picture his face.
Yeah, it is very funny, very good, like very dark humor. And I strongly recommend this. I mean, given the strength of the slate this year, I don't know if I would quite go to bat for it to win Best Picture, but it should definitely get a nomination.
Okay.
It's great. Go see it if you can.
I'm sure it'll be streaming soon.
Yeah, I assume it'll be on streaming in the next, couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think Oscar noms are due this week, something like that.
Enjoy the theater while you can. So,
yeah.
Who knows how long we'll have them.
Yeah, that's certainly true with a Netflix deal.
Do you have another one? Because I remembered I have one more thing I want to mention when you're done. But
all right. Well, okay. My recommendo is to attend a religious service. I went to temple on Shabbos this week.
Okay.
The Bone Temple.
I knew there had to be a catch. Like, oh shit, is Josh found religion? What the fuck?
Go watch 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Oh, I want to real bad.
It has
the movie Temple.
The movie is fucking great, first of all. And it has some of the best music drops I have ever...
Oh, nice.
That I have ever experienced in the cinema. Like, it's a solid, like, wall-to-wall. Like, every couple of scenes, you're like, God damn, that's a good fucking choice.
Can you give me one little teaser?
There is a very good scene of a character dancing to Rio by Duran Duran.
Love it.
And it also contains maybe my absolute favorite fucking diegetic music drop in the history of cinema. I don't know what else could possibly be in contention for how cool this was. I'm almost certain there's something, in my memory of movies I've seen, but it was absolutely transcendent. I was laughing to the point of crying in joy watching this scene. Like, it was so incredible. It moved me so fucking hard. And I'm not even going to begin to describe it.
Okay.
Or
will I recognize it when it happens?
You absolutely will.
Okay.
You will know immediately what I am talking about.
I actually like it when you do that, because then it hits me. I'm like, that's what he was talking about.
I
can point at the screen like Leo DiCaprio.
Like, I strongly recommend go tonight if possible, because it just opened on Friday, and I am absolutely shocked I have not seen this plastered all over fucking YouTube and TikTok, and
we've been wanting to go to a movie, and that should be the one for sure.
Do it. It is a very different movie from 28 Years Later.
Okay. Which is fine, because I like that movie, but I'm also not. I just watched it.
Yeah. I think that's kind of one of the problems. I think that's kind of one of the problems that this movie might have.
Yeah.
Because I ran into some people online who were unaware that it was not a different movie.
Yeah.
They were like, didn't that come out like 6 months ago?
It's weird. And I'm into trying something new. And I'm into the move, but I don't know if it's going to help or hurt them.
Yeah. Hopefully they've already budgeted and started pre-production at least on the third one. So hopefully it kind of doesn't matter at this point, but I really hope it does well, because I enjoyed it immensely. I don't think it was quite as good a movie as 28 Years Later, but oh man, it has some absolutely transcendental shit. Like, right. You will know immediately what I am talking about.
Okay. I'll try to get to it this week. We'll see if tonight's possible. I don't know. Okay, let's finally talk about Pacific Rim, which you and I both kind of agree might actually go fairly quickly, because there's not a lot of depth to Pacific Rim.
No, there's not a ton of depth, and and I don't mean this dismissively, it's all nonsense.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, it's absolutely fun nonsense, but it's nonsense, really. I mean,
I was kind of surprised and at how weirdly it aged. Like it really feels like, what year did this come out?
2013.
Yeah, I would guess 12, but it really feels like a pre 2015 movie.
It very much does, for nebulous reasons that I can't describe. Like,
vibes are just different back then, man.
And maybe it's partially that I'm mapping Idris onto Obama for some reason.
Okay.
Or vice versa. Like, this is not a movie that could have come out after the election of Trump.
No, absolutely not. It's weirdly optimistic, even though it's about monsters destroying the world.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't think anybody, at least in this country, feels or has felt for a while.
Yeah, I think if the situation in this movie occurred, I don't know, say tomorrow, which is not impossible based on
honestly preferable to the direction we're headed.
I would be like, okay, yeah, that seems right and good. Honestly, we deserve it.
and the current version of this movie, the black market people trying to profit off the fallen kaiju would be enormous corporations trying to call the kaiju in so they could farm them, basically.
That seems very accurate. That's a good get.
Yeah, that's anyway. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
really?
I don't know. I was bored.
I find this movie to be very likable, if incredibly, like, I don't know. It's sort of a movie version of Cotton Candy.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay.
Like, there is no substance to it whatsoever. It is clearly Guillermo del Toro, Gizmo, if you will.
Gizmo del Toro.
Bashing his very expensive, high-end, Japanese manufactured models together and going, this would be a cool movie. And I kind of agree. It's also not my kind of cool movie necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think there is a level of purity to this film. Like, he had no goals with this movie other than how cool would it be if a giant robot with a chainsaw fought a fucking Godzilla squid, which is, I mean, that's not what I look for in cinema, but there is a purity to that pursuit, which I have to kind of respect.
Yeah. When I say I didn't like it, that means no disrespect to anybody who does. I think the first time I saw it, I did see it in the theater, and it definitely hit better in the theater than it does on my little 47-inch TV. But it's just, the fights go on and on and on, and
they do, yeah.
It's really kind of hard. It just becomes a jumble of CGI at some point for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I need a little more these days than the cotton candy this movie's offering. But once again, I don't want to hate on it. It's like you said, its goal was not what I was looking for, and it accomplished its goal.
Yeah, I was searching for a metaphor last night when I was rewatching it for notes, and I came up with, okay, this movie is the cinematic equivalent of celery, right?
Oh, should we had Sean on for this episode?
If what you want, like if all you want in your meal is just crunch, fresh celery is where it's at. I mean, you will literally starve to death if that's all you do, but it will deliver that crunch, and I think that's all they were going for.
Celery is an aromatic that lends a lot to a stew, though.
I guess that's true.
Am I fucking up your metaphor?
Yes, you are. But, okay, you do have a point, and we do need to discuss aromatics extensively on this podcast.
Yes, as we should. Aromatics are not just vegetables.
They are not just cooked vegetables. Okay, so this movie is about giant robots fighting giant monsters. Great.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much
That's
all
the
it is.
entire plot synopsis.
Yeah. Okay, so
as we're getting started, I really did enjoy the way this movie opens and like tells the backstory in such a way that is very quick and does feel a tiny bit rushed, but it's rushed because it's supposed to be. I don't know what I'm exactly saying.
It wants to get to fucking monster fights.
Exactly. So obviously it is it's well made. Like that's not ever going to be my complaint.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'd honestly have to look and consider it, but this would not be in probably my bottom half of Gizmo del Toro's films. Like, I don't like the goal it's setting out for. Like, that's not what I go to the cinema for.
Yeah.
But
anything that doesn't have a sea monster getting fucked, it's not going to be in my top 5.
Good point. It's I think it achieves exactly what it's going for, and like I said, there is a purity and a nobility to that. Like, this movie has all the human depth of a fucking cardboard box, and that's fine because there's characters named like Stacker Pentecost.
Wow.
And Hannibal Chow. All right, great. It's not a bad way to spend a fucking Friday night.
Yeah. Especially at the theater.
Yeah. Yeah. I also saw this in the theater when it came out. Okay, so the movie starts and we get some like read out on screen definitions of kaiju and Jaeger. Kaiju is giant beast in Japanese. Jaeger is hunter in German. So in 2013, some sort of weird rift opened in the Pacific Ocean, and then these fucking monsters start coming out, and they, like, one of them attacks San Francisco and takes like 6 days to be destroyed, or 3 days and destroys 6 cities, whatever. And the world's like, oh shit, well, that was fucked up. Oh well. And then another one a while later attacks Manila, and they're like, well, I guess we'd better build fucking anime giant mechs to kill these things.
Logical.
Yeah, I mean, it's the logical assumption. It just follows one by one.
Yeah.
So
you'll build better, like, penetrative rockets that can penetrate the flesh.
Yeah.
Spend the impossible task of creating a 40-story robot.
A 40-story robot
2 people to play it
with a 200-foot-long chainsaw arm.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, why not? These giant robots require 2 people to drive them, and these 2 people have to be like in sync and get into the drift.
And this is pretty cyberpunk.
It's pretty sci-fi. I don't think it's very cyberpunk.
I mean, it's memories. Anytime memories are involved, I feel like it's starting to.
All right, is that where? Okay.
Cyberpunk.
All right, sure, fine. Why not? So then the pilots and the mechs get famous, and the kaiju become like fucking action figures, and then it all changed, and we get the first big sequence of the film, which is in 2020. We're in the 7th year of the fucking kaiju incursions. I don't know. The main character, played by Charlie Hunnam, whose name is Raleigh. Is that right?
God damn, that is Charlie Hunnam. I didn't even realize that until right now. I knew he was familiar.
Well, I mean, he was the star of one of our absolute favorite shows.
I wouldn't call him the star, but yes.
Nor would I call it one of our favorite shows, but it did have a great scene set to Let's Talk About Sex.
It did. Oh, everybody, you need to watch Young Americans if you can find it.
God, I have been lobbying Dawson's Creeps to cover that.
Oh, they should.
Like episode by episode as soon as they're done
now.
With Gilmore Girls. Yes, BoobTube. So, him and his bro are kaiju or fucking mech pilots in a problematically named robot which I don't know how to address that on this show. It is a pretty offensive word for ROM.
I think it's fair to say it once and then
okay, yeah,
because they say it a billion times.
Yes, when it first came up, I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't remember that at all." Holy shit! Well, that probably won't be named 150 times in the next 100 minutes. No, it is.
It is.
The mech is named Gypsy Danger, and we're gonna just, I don't know, we'll figure something else out. And I'm not sure why it's called that, because I know that wasn't a preferred term back then, and I was aware of it.
Yeah, it was definitely much less aware of it. Common knowledge. We hadn't achieved peak woke yet.
That's true. Yeah.
Like we were still in the beginning stages.
Although this movie is kind of peak woke. I mean, one of the guy in command of the main character and all the other characters is like a black dude, and then there's a woman. I mean, that's pretty fucking woke.
Yeah, but she is an infantilized Asian woman with purple stripes in her hair. So
also true.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
So, the best kind of woman.
It's definitely a 2013 movie.
It's definitely a movie made by somebody who enjoys anime.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily, a negative, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Charlie Hunnam and his brother go out to beat up this fucking kaiju off the coast of Alaska. It's a category 3. We're going to hear a lot about the categories. An important thing to get out of the way initially is that the sense of scale in this movie doesn't make any sense and is nonsense.
Yeah, it's
like
completely...
the robots and the kaiju just change size depending on what environment they're in.
Yeah,
which I think is probably intentional. Just I don't think Gizmo gave a shit, and he was like, "What's going to look coolest?"
Yeah.
Which is fine. Anyway, they're going to go beat this fucking monster up. Turns out there's a fishing boat that didn't make it into port, and they go to save this fishing boat. Oh yeah, and Clifton Collins is there.
Oh yeah, another show favorite.
One of our favorite dudes.
You can check the tapes all the way back. We've been Clifton Collins stands
all the way back to like, I don't know, episode fucking 7 of Creek of the Week.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see him literally anytime he appears on screen. He had, actually that's another recommendo. I watched a movie called Train Dreams, which might score an Oscar nomination for Best Picture. A couple of weeks ago, he is in one scene and has about 5 lines, and he's absolutely amazing in it.
Is it safe to say that he needs these kaiju like he needs an asshole on his elbow?
Yes, egg-sharkedly.
Jokes just for us and the few people who have seen Rules of Attraction.
Yes. Yeah, Clifton Collins Jr. is there. He's got a fucking duck's ass haircut. His name is fucking like Tendo Rodriguez or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Star Wars ass bullshit.
Yeah, Star Wars ass bullshit names. And also, the commander is Idris Elba as Marshal Stacker Pentecost. Which, I think, honestly, that name is the thing that tips this movie over into the, Gizmo is aware that all this is bashing action figures together, because that is a name an 8-year-old would come up with.
Yeah.
Like, and he's not a general. He's not commander. He's a marshal. The guys who pilot the fucking mechs are rangers. This isn't military shit, except it kind of is, but it's not, it's just kids bashing action figures together. So, the two brothers go out to fight this fucking thing. There's a fishing boat. They're supposed to just stay within like a mile of the city and protect the city, which is Anchorage, which has 2 million people, which I forgot to double check.
That is not true.
I am 1,000% certain that Anchorage does not have 2 million people in it. Let's see.
It has 288,000.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that reads as much more accurate to me.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to save Anchorage, but instead they go out like way further and save this fishing boat, and then the kaiju attacks him, and then his brother dies while they're in drift. Their brains are connected. But he manages to defeat this fucking kaiju, and it seems like they're dead. Oh no. So the movie's over 10 minutes in. But then there is a fun little scene of an old guy and like his grandson metal detecting on a beach. And the kid's like, oh, there's metal everywhere. Oh, look, it's just a little robot toy. And then the giant robot like walks out of the ocean because Charlie Hunnam defeated the kaiju on his own.
It's blizzarding while they're metal detecting on this beach.
I don't know. It seems like an Alaska thing to do.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know any of those people.
It's either that or fucking a moose.
Oh, if we have any Alaskan listeners,
fuck
you, go away. We don't care. Just kidding. We love you.
Come at me, bro. So then we cut to 5 years later. It's now 2025. Bum, bum, bum. And now they have category 4 kaiju. Mm-hmm. And the frequency is increasing, and the kaiju are killing lots of Jaegers, and the world governments are defunding the Jaegers to build a giant wall along the Pacific coast.
Which just seems like a terrible idea.
Doesn't seem terribly useful. And all the remaining Jaegers are now going to go to Hong Kong for 6 months until the wall is like totally complete. And we see Charlie Hunnam building the wall in Alaska.
Pink Floyd style.
Yeah, and they really should have got some of that fucking sleep dealer tech, because all he's doing is going up and down I-beams and welding I-beams.
Yeah, that sleep dealer tech would have helped a lot.
It really would have. Also, just a note I had for the beginning fight. The kaiju moves at something like 140 or 200 miles an hour in the water, because we get some cutscenes of the guys in the fishing boat, and the guy is like, and the captain's like, oh, why don't we go to that island like 3 miles away? And he's looking at the radar, and then almost instantaneously, the other guy is like, that's 2 miles away. Now it's 1 mile away.
Yeah. It's very fast.
Yeah. It's incredibly fast.
Also, don't think they use miles on boats.
No, actually, it depends. I mean, nautical miles, but
it doesn't matter anyway. This is a movie about banging toys together.
It is. Yeah. So, Charlie Hunnam's there. He's building the wall for ration books. It seems like a works progress administration type scenario.
Charlie Hunnam, by the way, just strutting through this movie.
He is a guy who I find both very interesting and very boring. Like,
that's an interesting dichotomy.
I find no aspect of him interesting. I think he is a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do not get how he is the center of how long did that fucking Sons of Anarchy show last? 7 years? Something like that? Yeah, he's like
too long, some might say.
Yeah, he's the center of that show. I don't get I don't know, he works okay in small doses.
He's on a TV show called Monster I've never heard of.
Is he? Huh. Oh, wait, was that was about a serial killer, I think, right?
The Ed Gein story. Yeah.
Yes, okay, that was like earlier this year. Last year. Yeah. Yeah, he's I don't know.
Molly Ringwald, your childhood, and Javier Bardem. Shit, maybe we should watch it.
Why is Javier Bardem in fucking Monster?
He's in 8 episodes of it.
Okay, sure.
Molly Ringwald's in 8 episodes.
He was
Chloe Sevigny, speaking of rules of attraction. No, she wasn't. Was she? No, she wasn't. She was in Kids. A different movie, similar.
Vibe similarities.
Yeah.
Like I really like Charlie Hunnam in Crimson Peak. I mean, that was good.
He's just like he's literally got his fucking thumb hooked in his belt loop, pulling his pants down just enough to show his gutters.
Yeah.
He's just, all right, man. All right.
Yeah. I think
no shame, brother.
I think I feel about him like it seems some people feel about Glenn Powell.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I know.
Well, I'm looking forward to next week.
Look, let me suggest that you watch a little movie called Everybody Wants Some before you watch The Running Man. And then you'll be like, man, Glenn Powell is pretty fucking great. And then you'll watch The Running Man.
Him, I'll save it for next week. I got Glenn Powell thoughts. We'll save it for next week. Let's go.
Okay. So, so anyway, Idris Elba shows up in a fucking helicopter and basically says, hey, Charlie Hunnam, you're coming with me because you were a mech pilot and I need all the mech pilots I can get. Great. So we do that. I mean, he's the only mech pilot left that can pilot the remaining Mark III Jaeger.
Oh.
They're repairing his old mech. And Idris Elba, he basically says, I don't want to do it. And Idris Elba says, haven't you heard the world is coming to an end? Where'd you rather die, here or in a Jaeger? Which is another bashing action figures together line.
Yeah. And he's like, you convinced me.
Yeah. He's like, sold.
He goes from something very reasonable, I can't be in another human's head. Well, would you rather just die here on this wall? Good point. Let's go.
Okay, I'll be in another human's head. So, we arrive at fucking Hong Kong, and we meet Dr. Mako Mori, who is a... what is that actress's name? I forgot to pull this up beforehand.
I'm still on Charlie Hunnam's page. Give me a second.
Well, there is your mistake.
Rinko Kikuchi?
Yes, that is exactly it. And she is really great in a bunch of stuff. Kumiko the Treasure Hunter, which is that's actually an interesting thing about, how do I describe that? Okay, so you know Fargo. We've definitely never talked about the Coen brothers before.
Nope, not this episode.
So, like years and years ago, there was a fake documentary about a Japanese woman who believed that Fargo was an actual retelling of events. So she went to North Dakota to find the suitcase full of money that Steve Buscemi buried by a fence post towards the end of the film. Kumiko the Treasure Hunter is the fictionalized, like, movie adaptation of this fake documentary about a movie, or inspired by a movie that is fake about real events. Anyway, she was great in it.
How could you not be with that kind of material?
Yeah, it's a very weird and funny conceit, and she is wonderful. She was also great in Tokyo Vice, which is a Michael Mann TV series from a couple of years ago that has unfortunately been canceled, probably because it cost like $5 million. Yeah, she's wonderful. Anyway, she is, and we're going to find this out later, and who cares? She is Stacker Pentecost's adopted daughter because he saved her from a fucking kaiju attack like 13 years ago, which is when he got the radiation sickness that's going to doom him. Don't worry about it. It's definitely not going to come up and be an important plot point later.
The radiation sickness that only manifests
as nosebleeds. Yes. We also meet a couple of our, again, following up Clifton Collins, favorite weird guys, Charlie Day and Bern Gorman.
Yeah.
Gorman, yeah. Who are the science department here at the Shatterdome. And Charlie Day is Charlie Daying the fuck out.
He's definitely Charlie Daying his way through this.
And Bern Gorman is just being a weird motherfucker.
Sure is.
And they are both great. Like, you know, Charlie Day is the cool, like, I got tattoos, all these fucking kaijus on me.
I don't know if cool is the word I'd use.
I'm using that advisedly.
Okay.
Cool. His pants are far too skinny, but he is wearing Doc Martens. So
it was 2012.
Yeah,
skinny pants are what you wore.
I know. Like I said, cool. Skinny tie. Bern Gorman is like, oh, it's all theory, and I'm wearing fucking tweed and a sweater vest and being English all over the place.
Yeah.
And they're very fun. It's again just absolute dumb bullshit, like nonsense that means nothing. It's amazing. Anyway, we're Stacker Pentecost says,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, but it was also, to me, it was annoying sometimes. Like I didn't.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
I do feel like it was, once again, it felt like dated type of humor that I wasn't connecting with anymore. But
oh yeah. Yeah, so. I totally get that. So yeah, fucking Idris Elba says, "Oh, we're not the army anymore. We're a fucking resistance." And because all the facilities are fucking broken down and shit, and they've only got like 4 Jaegers left, and we're introduced to the Jaegers and the teams. One of them, let's see, I lost where I was.
While you're looking. And we're on the topic of Idris Elba, like Heads of State was fun. Like it was kind of propaganda-y and dumb, but it was a fun movie to watch. if you want to kill a couple hours,
that was one of the ones where I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch that, and just kind of never got around to it. Like it seemed like it would be a decent way to burn, 2 hours on a Friday night.
Yeah, I watched it jet lagged in my brother-in-law's apartment. It was a good time.
Yeah, get drunk, eat dinner. You're great.
Yeah. Anyway,
that seems exactly like, and that is a fine way for a movie to be.
Exactly. That movie is very similar to this movie in that it knew what it was, and it just did that, and you're fine with it.
Yeah. So we're introduced to the 4 Jaegers and the teams. One is Crimson Typhoon, which is steered by Chinese triplets and has 3 arms.
Gone too soon. Needed more screen time.
Yeah. Another one is, I did not write down the name, but this giant Russian Mark I Jaeger, which is just a big fucking thing with like a fucking Chernobyl-esque cooling dome on its head. And the pilots are these 2 freaky blonde people. Like dye job blonde.
Yeah.
Not just blonde, but like...
Very typical Russians.
Yeah.
Very typical movie Russians.
Yeah, they should have been in fucking Rocky IV type Russians.
Yeah.
And
I, one point in the movie, they're like, where did you get a nuke?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, the Russians got it. Just,
the Russians. We can get it. Did you see the Russians? We can get anything from them.
Russians you can just get nukes from Russia.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. And then we meet some Australians who have a bulldog, and they have the only remaining Mark V Jaeger. And it's very fast and has missile tits.
Missile tits, yeah.
And the whole point...
Yo, missile tits, get over here.
The whole point of this thing is they've got a plan to drop a nuke directly down the mouth of the breach between dimensions or whatever. And they have an idea on how to do it because it hasn't worked before, but they've got an idea how to do it, which they never explain. And then at the end of the movie, 30 minutes from the end of the movie, Charlie Day is like, holy shit, it's not going to work. And you as an audience is like, well, it's not going to work. You never explained literally anything about it. Have people just not thought about dropping bombs down this hole in the ground? And they ignore that.
I mean, if I know America, that'd be our first move.
That's response, if not 1, then 1A.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're introduced to them, and then we go to the science room where the whole science department is fucking Bern Gorman and Charlie Day, and Bern Gorman is saying, "Hey, look, the attacks are speeding up again. We're gonna see 2 kaiju come through the breach like any day now.
A double event.
Yeah, a double event." And Charlie
it's all about math, and he does like all these equations on the blackboard with all this chalk and all these moves, and it basically amounts to there were 1 for a while and they got stronger, and now there's going to be 2.
Shit do be speeding up.
It's like the most any idiot could see what was happening.
Yeah. And then Charlie Day has this better idea. He's the biology guy. He thinks that the kaiju are all clones and manufactured. And he thinks, using some of the tech, he can drift with a kaiju brain. Bum, bum, bum.
Hack your own kaiju brain.
Yeah. So keep an eye on that plot thread. We follow Hunnam to his room, and where Mako is, or Mako is talking to him, and she really wants to be a pilot, and she's done really well in simulations, but Stacker Pentecost won't let her. Bum bum bum, because he's
just so mean.
He's protecting her. And then we could have a lunchtime scene in a fucking big cafeteria, and the Aussie guy's son is a jerk. I mean,
yeah, but he's got a dog, so you know he's redeemable.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's one of those like, oh, you're the personal antagonist here. I see, as opposed to the big movie antagonist. And
right.
You lock onto that like second one when I think he refuses to pronounce the main character's name correctly.
Yeah, he's the Iceman to Charlie Hunnam's Maverick.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, that is exactly it. And then we do some trials for drift compatibility, which is obviously, as I've explained, like as you should have been able to glean from the rest of the things I've said. This is obviously, everyone, 3, 2, 1, kung fu stick fighting.
Yes, I'm sorry. I knew that is exactly what you were going to say because we have drifted before.
Yes. But yes, the best indicator as to whether or not someone can meld into your brain successfully is whether or not you can successfully hit them with a stick.
And I don't know if you're aware, but to be podcast co-hosts, you have to drift and you have to stick fight each other at some point, which I'm almost certain we have.
Yes.
Probably with fluorescent light bulbs.
Fluorescent light bulbs, 2x2s. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric and I are oddly extremely drift compatible. Yeah, so it's a kung fu fight scene, and then Charlie Hunnam's like, she picked all these people, why can't I fight Mako? And fucking Idris Elba is like, yeah, whatever. So they fight, and it turns out they're very compatible. Yeah, it was obvious from like instant one she came on screen.
Second she was on screen, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, this is a main character. Although
honestly, I think it would have been cooler if they'd introduced another obscure, fun character actor who gets killed or something, then she has to jump in to take his place. Yeah. But whatever. It doesn't matter.
I don't think you're wrong. I think
I'm not going to tell Gizmo how to make his movies.
I think that would have added another 3 minutes to a movie that is already 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
And apparently, initially, there is another full hour of footage.
Yikes.
Because, and I guess that was intentional to some extent, like, I'm going to film tons of shit about backstory and interpersonal relationships between all these teams, and we're going to cut what doesn't need to be there.
I would like to see more of the Chinese guys. They look fucking
I
cool.
agree, yeah. But I think it was an intentional decision.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, they're super compatible, and then Big Driss, which, by the way, if you were unaware, is Idris Elba's DJ name, Big Driss.
Nice.
He DJs.
I actually watched a lot of his promotional stuff for. I think it was mainly. My vacation was very John Cena focused for some reason, and we ended up watching a bunch of YouTube videos of him and Idris and Big Driss talking, which involved a lot of him talking about his DJing.
Yeah, he is definitely a DJ. It is not. He does not DJ genres that I am particularly familiar with, but I think it's a lot of the Ibiza, Tenerife stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Big Driss gets a nosebleed in the elevator, and you're like, oh shit, he's dying. It's exactly like somebody coughed into a handkerchief and there was blood.
That is the movie sign that you are dying. Nobody just gets a nosebleed like happens to millions of people in real life.
Nope, absolutely not. So then we see some news reports about people around the Pacific Rim are rioting because
Cyberpunk,
they're discontinuing the Jaegers and they're building a wall instead.
which would not. Walls got real popular a couple of years later. Just put it that way.
That's also true. That reminds me, I think I missed a point in here where the Aussie team, they defeated the most recent Kaiju, even though they had just been like decommissioned when it busted through the coastal wall at Sydney in under an hour, and then they killed it. So maybe the walls don't work. But anyway, the government's going to go ahead.
In movies or real life.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's nonsense. Then Charlie Day builds a drift thing with a bunch of garbage and a chunk of a kaiju brain. And he drifts into the kaiju brain, and we see it being manufactured, and then he has a stroke, clearly.
Yeah.
Then Bern Gorman finds him and gets Idris Elba, and Idris Elba is like, basically, he talks to Charlie, and he says the kaiju creators are colonizers. They move in, they use the resources, and then they fuck off to the next place. And Idris gives him the info to find black market kaiju brain, because what he got was fragmentary, because the brain was all fucked up. Or the brain chunk was all fucked up. At the same time, Mako is now Charlie Hunnam's partner, and they do a test run in their big mech that we aren't going to say the name of. But the test run fails because she gets lost in the fucking sauce, and flashes back to when Idris saved her life from a very cool looking crab kaiju in Tokyo.
Flashback seemed to take forever.
They were. A lot of the flashback sequences were suffocatingly long, and this one was the most.
Yeah, it was very long.
Like, I don't know. It's one of those things. I totally get why they felt they needed to hammer it home, but on the other hand, I don't know. Trust your audience a little more, and shaving 30 seconds off this movie is not going to hurt when there are literally like, I don't know, I should have done the math of like stopwatched giant monster fight.
I would guess half.
I think easily an hour of this movie is nothing but giant monster fight. And I would not be surprised if it was, an hour and 10.
Yeah. And like, I know I've complained about it in the past, but I'm so tired of watching buildings fall down. I just don't, it does nothing for me. Zero. Hollywood, buildings falling down. We've seen too much of it. It is not impressive anymore. Please just find another way to show us destruction.
Yeah. Yeah.
We saw it in real life. God damn it.
Yeah. I've seen it. Been there. It's so anyway, we're going to go to the bone slums with fucking Charlie. And
this was the most cyberpunk part of the movie. This is the low life to go to with the high tech.
Yeah, absolutely. It is Blade Runner ass shit all over the place, built into and around the flensed carcass of a fucking kaiju. Like there's
pretty dope.
A giant rib cage sticking up through a bunch of buildings. Like it rules. You're like, wow, I want to watch an entire movie set here. Fuck them robots. Just show me
put them in the background as some shady deals are going on.
Yeah, show me a day in the life of these people.
Yeah.
But we Charlie goes to this like location.
Also, a lot of whites in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that is certainly true. This is how do I put that? This is a very international film for white people.
Yeah. I mean, you got my wife made a joke that like something about, I can't remember what the joke was, but like you can be a kaiju pilot any flavor of white. You can be Australian, you can be Russian, you can be American as long as you're white.
Yeah. Yeah,
there was the Chinese. It was more of a only men can pilot it because there was one woman.
Yes, that was something I specifically noted sometime later in my.
Well, I think one of the Russian ones was a woman.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to tell with those Russians out of 1983. Because
they're so big, but they're blonde flat tops.
All the ladies were on steroids to win Olympics. Fucking weightlifting.
It was very stereotyped.
It really was. And again, I think that was very intentional on Gizmo's part. Like
he could have put a Latino crew, right?
That would have been fucking great. I would have loved that.
Awesome.
Like, oh, dude, what about?
They would have been stereotyped. They would have probably been like California cholos.
Oh, or what about a fucking Aztec flavored fucking mech?
Yeah.
That would rule.
That would be the shit.
Like, I don't know. Like, this movie is. The movie kind of sucks in terms of like how dramatic arc and stuff like that works. Like it's so fucking paint by numbers. But on the other hand, like this movie exists to sell fucking action figures and model kits and like, I don't know, have a Saturday morning cartoon or something where you would be introduced to the Aztec Mecca.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm kind of pro that, oddly. Like, it's not for me, but I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Just, like, make this movie a template for weird design choices. Like, I don't know, have a fucking Romanian team where the mech looks like a giant fucking Vlad Dracula and transforms into a bat. Why not? Like, I don't know, it's absolutely the dumbest shit in the world.
Or do a German team, but no, don't do a German team.
I don't know. I think we lay off that.
We can skip the German team.
Yeah.
British team where it plays Hail Britannia and speakers as it's marching onto the shore.
Yeah, absolutely. It's terrible. It steals all the spices from every fucking island it visits. Yeah. So yeah, Charlie gets into this fucking like clearly a movie depiction of a traditional Chinese medicine shop. He meets a motherfucker that looks exactly like Walter Becker from Steely Dan.
Okay.
That is a reference for, I don't know, 3 people listening to this show. But
probably less.
If you know it, it is 100%. Apparently the dude is like a Spanish director. Okay. The bald, kind of blondish guy.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like Walter Becker. Anyway, and then he is introduced to motherfucking Hannibal Chow. After there's a cool lab scene, we see like fucking roly-polies that crawl over the kaiju and I don't know, fucking kaiju lymph nodes, whatever. But the important thing, it's a dude named Hannibal Chow, and he is motherfucking Monkey Man Ron Perlman.
He is Ron Perlman.
Why is Ron Perlman a 6'2" guy from Brooklyn named Hannibal Chow? You might ask.
Because he heard the name and he thought it was cool.
It's after his favorite classical figure from history and his second favorite Szechuan restaurant in Brooklyn.
Sure.
And he is playing the most 14-year-old designed role-playing game-ass NPC that has ever existed.
Annoyingly so at parts. I'm a Ron Perlman fan, don't get me wrong, but at some points I was just like, okay, tone it down, Ron, tone it down.
Like, I absolutely agree. If he were trying to play a human, 1,000% tone it down. On the other hand, if you are trying to play an NPC where the campaign is run by a fucking 14-year-old, he is modulating it perfectly. He has fucking spurs. He has a fucking suit. He has round sunglasses with the little leather side things for, snow glare protection. He has a switchblade, and he is a huge black market dealer. I mean, this is like the not quite villains of every fucking Star Wars game we ever played.
Sure, yeah. Absolutely.
He absolutely rules. It is not a human that exists in the world, ever. It has no bearing on humanity, but it's great. He's a real piece of shit. He's a total piece of shit. But you see, Big Driss gave him the rights to every fucking kaiju carcass for 6 months or whatever. So Charlie can show up and say, hey, give me a brain chunk. I want to drift with it and find out what's going on. I already did a brain drift with this little chunk I got, and I found out this, blah, blah, blah. And Ron Perlman's like, oh shit, fuck you.
Yeah. Like, you idiot.
You dumb motherfucker. And then we go back to the fucking base. And there's a fight in the hallway between Charlie Hunnam and the son of the Aussie guy who was being a fucking dick to Mako. And after she had her flashback thing and was about to activate the plasma cannon in the test.
Oh yeah, we'd skipped over that.
Chamber. Yeah, it really seems like you'd be able to, I don't know, do some simulations or something to fully drift with each partner before you were in the loaded robot.
Yeah, the loaded nuclear reactor. Sure, that would make sense. But
well.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we're on a war footing. Who cares?
Yeah.
So Charlie has God damn it is irritating that Charlie Hunnam and Charlie Day are in the same picture, especially when I don't care or know Charlie Hunnam's character's name.
I can find it.
I don't give a shit. I'll forget
it's
it.
Raleigh Beckett.
Raleigh Beckett. It's funny that this Australian is playing opposite two Australians who are being very Australian, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Is Robert Krasinski actually Australian?
I think so. I could be wrong.
It'd be funny if he wasn't.
It would be. Let's see.
Born in Sussex, England. He's English.
English.
So why is he playing us? Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, they have a fight in the hallway, and basically, Hunnam and Bakomori are grounded. They aren't allowed to go into a mech anymore. This is definitely not something that's going to be rescinded in 15 minutes. Don't worry about it. No,
definitely not. Never even begin to assume that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. We also Charlie Day is interested in getting the secondary brain of the kaiju because we know, number one, the kaiju skull plates are simply too thick. The brain rots before you can cut through them. And number two...
Yeah, I love the way Ron Perlman delivers that. Well, as you all know.
Yeah.
As he says to the audience.
Yeah, but Charlie Day says, as you know, because they're so big, they need a secondary brain to move around, like the dinosaurs. And this is the point at which I'd like to take just a very short moment to explain that literally everything that is explained as though it's science in this movie has less than zero bearing on reality.
Fuck.
There's later when they explain how they're going to collapse the fucking wormhole or whatever, they're like, it has an atomic structure. Yeah, literally everything in the universe has an atomic structure. That's how everything except pure vacuum has atomic structure. That's how we know it's universe.
That's how things are.
Yeah, that's how reality exists. I don't know what you want me to tell you. That's like saying, well, as a human, they have DNA. Yeah, all humans have DNA, all animals have DNA, etc. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hindbrains in dinosaurs, not a thing. Don't worry about it. I mean, I know you might have been told it in second grade, but it's not real.
I was not, nor would I have remembered if I had been.
Yeah. So then, important thing, double event occurs. Two of the biggest monsters ever come out of the fucking lift. Exactly like Bern Gorman predicted. And the two biggest monsters ever seen are going to reach Hong Kong within the hour. So everybody except...
Scramble the Jaegers.
Yeah, scramble the 3 Jaegers. We can't have fucking Mako and Hunnam going out there. What the fuck?
Mako's going to fuck it all up. She's not a man. She's not a white man.
Exactly.
She can't pilot one of these.
So, after his little confrontation with Hannibal Chow about how Hannibal Chow's like, you dumb motherfucker, spend the fucking attack in a public shelter. Charlie goes to a public shelter, and then over the course of the next 30 minutes of a monster attack, he's almost eaten because it seems like they're targeting him. Who cares? The Chinese and the Russians go out, and they're defeated by this dragony looking fucking kaiju thing. With
once again, disappointing. I wanted more of the Chinese Jaeger. It was badass. It had blades for hands, 3 arms. It was dope.
And yeah, it also brings up I don't know if I'd go so far as to say interesting, but it brings up a thing about the Jaegers. Why are they all just people shaped? I mean, I get to some extent, that's probably a fairly easy way for human proprioception to work.
Why are they not escorted by jets?
Yeah, why not? We know how to make really big bombs, right?
Yeah.
And we're pretty okay at targeting them, especially if we're just aiming at a gigantic skyscraper-sized monster in the ocean, and we don't have to worry about civilian casualties. I
got something though. The Kaiju's secret weakness, flare guns.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I could shoot you with and it'd be annoying, but you'd be fine.
I mean, I don't know if I'd quite say I'd be fine, but if I would be...
If you were in an ocean.
I would be confident that I would survive to beat you up if you shot me with a flare gun.
And you are 6-foot-ish?
Yeah, 6 foot. 6 foot.
The Kaiju...
185.
The Kaiju are about 200 times that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. The flare gun thing was just so stupid.
It was very dumb.
They don't even keep real guns in there. They could have come out with fucking machine guns and that would have at least been cool. But it's
yeah. I mean, but I have to respect Gizmo. On the other hand, a flare gun does look cool when you shoot it.
Yeah, I guess if you shoot it in a monster's eye, it's gonna look neat.
Look, having both shot a flare gun and lit a road flare, I highly recommend everybody do that under safe circumstances, of course.
Sure, or Kaiju attack.
Just because it looks cool when you do it and you feel yeah, I'm a god. I'm creating fire. Woo.
But imagine Robert Krasinski up there going dual submachine guns into the Kaiju's face. That would be even cooler, right?
Dude, and this is in Hong Kong. He could be fucking diving sideways.
Yeah.
Guns akimbo, doves.
Ocean seagulls? No, they'd have to be ocean doves.
Yeah.
Fly out of the Kaiju hatch.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
His dad whips some ninja stars. Man, come on.
Yeah.
I realize we're mixing countries, but who cares?
Who gives a shit? Look, if they're not American, they're not American.
Exactly.
That's the important thing.
By the way, that Chinese team loved to play basketball. When they weren't getting killed in their Jaeger, they were playing basketball.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. Yeah, why didn't every mech have fucking 4 arms?
Well, you need one person per arm.
Okay. All right, I'll just take your word for it.
That's what I was getting. Each person controls an arm.
I think you're accurate. I think you're correct. On the other hand, I think this doesn't seem like an unsolvable technological
problem. I feel
problem.
Jets would be cool. Big treaded tanks might be cool. I don't know.
I mean, why not one of those big fucking C-130 cargo planes that literally have the howitzer in the side?
Yeah.
That you could do slow circles around the Kaiju and just pound it with artillery.
Or hear me out, a giant sphere that just rolls. Just rolls into them.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Put some spikes on it or something. I don't know.
I think that seems good to me. Yeah, the Australians are tasked with staying close to the city, and the Chinese and the Russians go out further
because they got to carry the bomb into the rift.
They're gonna have to carry the bomb in the rift next time an attack happens, which is definitely not going to be soon.
Yeah.
But then the Chinese and the Russians get beaten by the dragony looking guy. The Russians experience a fucking cold water accident with their reactor, which is, top of bad things.
Yeah.
As somebody who has recently watched Chernobyl would be
Mhm.
able to tell you.
Yeah.
Don't shoot cold water at a fucking reactor.
But what if it's during a test?
Yeah, that seems like a great idea then. But the Aussies go and fight and try to save the Chinese and the Russians, but then they get disabled by the EMP, which is built into one of the monsters' backs, which then sweeps the city. Well, it's only convenient if you... it's convenient because these are manufactured as weapons. As you might recall, Charlie Day said.
Yeah. What if there was an older Jaeger?
Yeah, what if there was an older Jaeger, which is, and I'm going to quote here, analog and nuclear.
Yeah.
Now, my question would be, what are these other Jaegers powered from? Like, do they have giant lithium-ion batteries?
You know as well as I do, it's diesel.
Yes, they do mention a couple of times in the film that the muscle fibers are 40 engine blocks, which I'm not an engineer. I am 100% not an engineer. I have some knowledge of things in the world that exist physically. I do not know what 40 engine block muscle fibers in a robot could possibly indicate.
One of the extra hours that was cut was everybody with their Jaegers at Quick Trip filling up with diesel. It takes a while because there's 40 engine blocks and they each hold about 20 gallons, but you got to do it. It's just boring for the movie, so they cut it out.
Like it is honestly, the techno jargon in this movie is honestly hilarious in how little it gives a shit about fucking anything.
The whole movie is kind of like a BattleTech game hosted by a 14-year-old.
Yeah, and I think that indicates the movie is reaching its goals.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
It's, I don't know, Godzilla is a fucking, I don't know, iguana, but radiation made it giant, and now it eats people, but it's also friends with Mothra.
That makes perfect sense.
Like, yeah, exactly.
But it does beg the question: if you're not using nuclear power, what are you using?
The newer mechs are Priuses.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's environmentally friendly.
Yeah, they're hybrids. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Oh, and definitely ignore the cooling tower and the fact that the Russian lady, as they were being destroyed, said water is reaching the reactor. Definitely doesn't mean it's nuclear. Yeah. It's
like the Total Recall reactor. Start the reactor, free Mars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then Mori and Hunnam go and beat up the Kaijus, and they're a perfect team now. They're like best friends. One of the Kaijus like drags them almost up to space before they finally remember, oh yeah, we've got a sword on our arm now.
Weird that he forgot.
Yeah, it hadn't come up before.
Yeah,
and you'd think maybe it would have been useful when they were fighting the Kaiju in the middle of all the buildings in the city.
Yeah, sure would have. Or that one in the ocean.
As opposed to just like punching, right? It seems like it would be useful.
I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah. This is one of the most this is absolutely one of the most, we're ignoring
rule of cool.
Yeah, we are ignoring the reality of any kind of story for what serves to dramatically not elevate, but
excite.
What serves to make things more dramatic at this moment? We're working with story beats here, not a story as a whole.
Yeah, it's literally rule of cool.
Yeah, very much. So yeah, they kill this fucking kaiju and then they fall through the atmosphere and land in a soccer field. Who cares? But they're the surviving Jaeger. Great. And then fucking the Australian dad gets his arm broke. when they were shooting flare guns at the kaiju and put one of its eyes out.
They're the enemy is both strong and weak.
Yes, I think that is the case. Why do we have to bring reality into this section of the show?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
So, then fucking Big Driss gives a cool fucking victory speech, and his nose starts
Today
bleeding
we
in front of
celebrate our
everybody.
Independence Day. Sorry.
Yeah, his nose starts bleeding in front of everybody, and then he explains it's radiation sickness from spending too much time in the Mark Ones because, we knocked them together in 14 months and didn't have time to worry about radiation sickness.
It was the last thing on our minds, which I don't know if you use nuclear scientists to build it. That was probably not the last thing on their minds. They tend to think about that a lot.
They tend to think about that a lot. having known like 3 that I can think of off the top of my head.
That's kind of the main thing they think about. Having watched Chernobyl.
That is one of their big things. He'll also almost certainly die if he ever gets in a Jaeger again.
Which in 3 minutes.
Yeah, which I'm not sure how getting into it is different than standing 5 feet from it on a big
Don't
platform.
worry about it. Plus, they're not nuclear. These are digital.
Good point. Except for the main one, whose name we don't say.
Right. Totally analog, fully nuclear. It's fucking so stupid.
Yeah. And then we come back to the city, and Charlie Day has survived the attack. He hooks back up with Ron Perlman, Monkey Man, Hannibal Chow, and they're about to supervise the brain removal of the one that died in the city.
But it's pregnant.
Oh yeah, his team has gone in, and they're going to cut out the hindbrain. But oh shit, it's still moving. It's pregnant. Oh my god, a baby happens. And then
it's a miracle of life.
Yeah, how does Babby form?
How does Babby form?
Unclear in a manufactured creature.
Yeah.
I would just note.
How about you shut up?
I agree. How about I shut up from the perspective of the motion picture maker? And yeah, I agree with that. Fine. Who cares? This makes for a cool scene where a fucking Babby Kaiju is chasing Charlie Day. He's about to get attacked, and then it chokes because it's being strangled by his own umbilical cord, and then it eats Ron Perlman.
It's the most comedic character death you've ever seen.
It is absolutely the dumbest shit you have ever seen in your life, and you applaud. You're like on your feet, fucking Shia LaBeouf applauding.
His little armored spurred shoe remains.
Yeah. And then Charlie Day is like, well, he's dead. Let's stick these probes in it so I can drift with the thing. And right at that moment, Bern Gorman shows up, and they're gonna team up together so that Charlie Day doesn't have to take all of the strain.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They haven't been clear that that's how this works, but
who gives a shit? Yeah. So they're going to drift with the thing. Oh, but at the same time, there's a triple event. Fucking category 5 kaiju, motherfucker.
It's a double event, but it's supposed to be a triple event.
Yes, that's right.
So there's only 2, and what's his name? Gorman's like, but it's supposed to be 3. My calculations said it was supposed to be 3.
He is doing a hilarious, shitty mad scientist.
Yeah. I've never been wrong before.
Yeah.
Hasn't he been in something we've covered on this show?
Oh, yes. I feel like he absolutely...
I feel like he's been on this show before.
Yeah, I really feel like he has. He's
been in so much, like it's hard to...
Yeah, he's one of my absolute favorite weird little dudes.
Yeah, he's definitely a weird little dude.
He
in a
was,
good way.
He was amazing on fucking Doctor Who in a couple episodes. Oh, he was in Frankenstein recently.
Oh, nice. He's a Del Toro favorite, clearly.
Yeah, I think...
Maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm not seeing anything. Man in the High Castle.
Oh, yeah, he was in that. That's good.
I'm not seeing any cyberpunk stuff. The Expanse. Forgot he was in Expanse.
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
he is a great guy that I'm happy to see in anything. Oh, yeah, he was in The Hour, which was a great show, which has less than nothing to do with cyberpunk, being that it's a drama about the BBC in 1952.
It's pretty cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Anyway,
any fucking
they got to go into the butthole in the ocean that
Yeah.
shits out kaiju and drop a nuke in it. Is that
Yeah,
pretty much?
except the Aussie dad has his arm broken, so he can't fucking go. So
Well,
who's
shouldn't have been
gonna
shooting
go
flare
with him?
guns at kaiju.
Yeah, who's gonna fucking go with him?
There's nobody else, Josh.
Can't.
Josh, there is nobody.
There is nobody else.
There's
but
no
oh
option.
shit! Fuck, motherfucking Marshall Stacker Pentecost.
Oh no!
Steps out in his drifting suit.
If he goes in a Jaeger, he'll be dead. Hopefully,
He-
not before he's done doing whatever he has to do.
but he doesn't fucking care because today the apocalypse is canceled.
Yeah, that was a good line.
Yeah, that's like, and I don't know. That's kind of why I equated him to Obama earlier. Like, very good rhetoric.
Yeah,
Like, this is a motherfucker who can give a speech.
yeah.
On the other hand, he's gonna go die in a hole in the
Yep.
ocean.
But he's not just going to die. I mean, he's going to die via nuke, so that's cool.
That is true. So, Stacker Pentecost, the Aussie son, Mako Mori, and Charlie Hunnam are going to go down and try and fucking drop a nuke down this hole. At the same time, fucking Bern Gorman and Charlie Day are fucking mind melding with this fucking infant kaiju brain. Yeah, preemie kaiju brain.
Mm.
It's not even an infant.
A kaiju abortion. Yeah.
Kaiju
Kaiju
carriage?
carriage. Yeah. Something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something that we really probably
Yeah, it's probably
probably
I
should best leave.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get off this. Charlie Day and Bern Gorman do the mind meld thing, and then they get out of it and they puke and are like, "It's not gonna fucking work." So
They
and
puked in a toilet, which I thought was fun.
a toilet just like in wreckage on the street,
Yeah.
which is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, like, here's the thing: everything about this movie is fun and or funny.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot.
Some of it
Complain-
annoyingly so.
Yeah, I cannot complain about this movie in terms of just like sort of general entertainingness. You know, in depth, I can complain about it for hours, but I'm not going to because it doesn't need that. It doesn't want that. Anyway, the point is, oh shit, the plan's not going to work. What was the plan? Like I said earlier, we don't know it, and it doesn't matter. It turns out that the thing is, the only way to get through the fucking portal and the breach is with kaiju DNA, which is read like a fucking barcode scanner. I don't know.
Yeah, we're already in too deep.
Who gives a shit? It's boring. Anyway, so somebody's going to have to basically grab a kaiju and ride it through the breach, probably dead.
Slim Pickens style.
Yeah. And we get that. So we have a fight under the ocean. There's like a,
Not
you know,
nearly as good as the last fight, by the way. This is it's a climactic fight. It's just not as good.
it's this movie. One thing about this movie that is kind of interesting is how it shows how scale works. Like, because in this big fight under the ocean, nothing feels like anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in some of the fights in the cities, you're like, wow, that fucking kaiju is 20 stories tall. Or, you know, the same kaiju might be 50 stories tall in, you know, the next cut. But whatever. You know, you see scale and movement, but kaiju and robots just in kind of a bleak, dark environment underwater doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Plus, gravity's lessened. Like, it really just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not an impressive fight in the underwater. And my brain kept going like, they'd be stirring up so much silt, you wouldn't be able to see shit anyway. And I don't know. It's all just kind of dumb.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. But yeah, they fight some monsters. Both the mechs get really seriously damaged. One kaiju gets the Augie's penis treatment from Charlie Hunnam's mech.
What treatment?
Augie's penis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Took me a second. That's an Astronomica reference.
It gets fully bisected.
Yeah.
And then Stecker Pentecost is going to detonate the nuke to kill the kaiju so that Mako and Charlie Hunnam can jump through the breach. And then, even though, because Pentecost's mech has the nuke on it, but Charlie Hunnam's mech is a nuke because it has a reactor, which, I mean, obviously a meltdown is exactly the same thing as a nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
It's certainly not something that's been addressed in a lot of literature.
It's the same. They both have the word nuclear.
Yeah, exactly. Then Big Driss and the Australian Sun blow themselves up.
Robert Krasinski, please call him by his name. You can also call him by Orgrim Doomhammer, whatever the fuck his Warcraft name was.
What?
He's the star of Warcraft.
Okay. You mean that movie I watched like 20 minutes of and then was like, wow, I should do some fucking vacuuming.
Yeah, he's Orgrim Doomhammer. He's Thrall Daddy, I think. I can't remember my WoW lore as much anymore, but
what's the Australian father's name? I liked him more.
Yeah, he was good. Actually, Krasinski's cool. He's a cool guy. I've heard him in interviews.
Oh, Max Martini.
That's a good last
Australian name. Dad. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the names in this movie are like the best part of it.
That's his real name, though.
Yeah, I know. Hercules Henson is his character's name.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Big Driss and the Australian blow themselves up. They managed to not kill one of the fucking kaiju.
Did you see the explosion where it looks like it clears all the water out and fish are flopping and then the water flows back in?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
It is. It's not exactly how an underwater nuclear explosion goes, but it was extremely cool looking.
Yeah.
And I will happily forgive it for that.
Yeah, we'll let that one go.
Yeah.
Rule of cool, that one.
Yeah, sure. It's a fun time. So anyway, we have to get fucking Charlie Hunnam and Mako Mori and the mech who shall not be named through the breach. So we grab a corpse, we jump through the hole. Oh shit, it turns out one of the fucking kaiju is still alive. It fights them. They fucking stab it and like dismember it as they're falling through the hole. They end up in the world dimension, whatever.
Kaiju City.
Yeah, like the manufacturing hub of kaiju. And they're falling very slowly. And Makomori is running out of oxygen, so fucking Charlie Hunnam ejects her. And then he has to manually activate the fucking meltdown, so he does that.
She immediately dies of rapid decompression.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost certainly true. Like there was by this point in the film, I had totally my mind had totally turned off as to logic.
I know, but
reality and physics. But yes, you're exactly right.
She would be so dead.
So dead, so bend-ridden.
Yeah, bend-ridden. As would he.
Yeah,
absolutely. If he survives. I still don't know if he's going to survive.
Yeah, they're by the way, this breach is like 10,000 feet beneath the surface of the Pacific. That's like 2 miles.
Yeah.
That's not a survivable
like
rise.
1 kaiju height.
Yeah. Or 10 kaiju height, depending on depending on which scene we're in. So yeah, he detonates fucking nuke in Kaiju City. We see one of the weird alien manufacturer guys.
Yeah, we actually get a reaction shot from him.
He's like, oh. Yeah, is exactly the correct.
With his 8 eyes and kind of hammerhead face.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whoops. And it is honestly very funny, and it's also like the thing is this is cool looking. Like it's there's like this weird filter and everything looks kind of I don't know, digital and like dreamy. It's this giant fucking, I don't know. At no point was I clear on the scale of the mechs. Like, I don't know, this thing might be 100 feet tall. This thing might be 800 feet tall.
Who knows?
But it's like falling in slow motion. And it's got this big turbine turning on its chest, and one arm is blown off, and then it turns into a nuclear bomb. And it's just, it's absolutely ridiculous.
The reaction shot actually reminds me of something a joke I had prepared earlier when the fight in Hong Kong, when the one sprouts wings and starts flying.
Oh yeah.
They just needed somebody there to go, they fly now? They fly now.
Exactly like Revenge of the Sith?
One of the Star Wars. No, I think
the last Star Wars.
The last Star Wars, yeah.
Rise
of Palpatine. Skywalker?
Well, Palpatine returned from the dead. We know that from Fortnite. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Fortnite, yes. I forgot that was revealed. I hate this world.
I hate Star Wars. That honestly made me hate Star Wars.
What's the fucking I love this world? Only the opposite of that from
yeah,
whatever goddamn movie that was. I don't even remember at this point. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Yeah, they fly now. And that was right. That was right before Chewbacca is fake killed, and it carries no weight. And then Chewbacca shows up alive, and you're like, "Yeah, we knew he wasn't alive because the movie acted like it didn't matter."
Yeah, because fan favorite died, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's sad. Oh well.
Oh well, we got to get off this planet."
We'll save this for our Star Wars episodes.
I mean, we honestly could. Star Wars is just about as cyberpunk as this movie.
Yeah.
Like arguably more.
I mean, yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Anyway, so Charlie Hunnam detonates the fucking nuke, but activates his escape pod. They float up to the surface. The breach is collapsed, so no more monsters can come out.
I don't know how fast floating is, but it's definitely faster than the speed of a nuclear bomb, right?
I'm gonna go with sure. When we're dealing with an interplanar breach,
okay. There's the butthole, the ocean butthole. I forgot about.
Yeah, sure. Because a nuclear explosion certainly does not expand at the speed of light, or very, very close to it,
which a floating escape pod does.
Yeah, definitely. It's much faster than
also,
that.
Is this Kaiju world all underwater too?
That is unclear. It appeared to be gigantic floating lily pads to me.
When the breach opens, wouldn't ocean just pour in, wouldn't you think?
One would think.
Putting too much thought into this?
I feel like maybe you are, and that's fine. Okay. Like, I think this is the
ocean doesn't have the DNA, but it would when the Kaiju are coming through.
I think this section is kind of the denouement where the adventurers have just killed the dragon, and the DM has to just scramble to make up some shit as to why this dragon was somehow connected to the tribe of minotaurs that attacked them.
Yeah.
Like, you need to kind of wrap up the whole thing.
Kind of like this podcast episode, actually.
You're right. Let's wrap it up. So anyway, the escape pods come up. Oh shit, Charlie Hunnam's not fucking breathing. Mako, their escape pods, even though they came from 10,000 feet beneath the ocean.
Yeah.
They ended up within like 10 feet of each other.
Makes perfect sense.
She swims over and she revives him with a too tight hug.
The power of a hug.
Now, I will say, I do give some points to this movie for not making it a kiss.
That was basically like they were almost.
It was.
They were like forehead to forehead.
Yeah, but they didn't actually do it. Like, they didn't actually make any romantic moves whatsoever. So
except earlier when she was totally creeping on him, changing his shirt, pervert.
I have to give it a little bit of fucking props for not, like, I'm
Would it have changed anything if it had?
I'm perfectly happy with a movie that's fucking horny on main.
Yeah, love it.
But this movie didn't need that.
Just don't be horny in the aisle seat of an airplane, because that's really awkward for me. Sorry.
Depends on whether or not you're watching Chernobyl.
I cut that conversation, and it's not going to make any sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, so he lives. The breach closed. The monsters are never going to come back until the 2018 sequel with John Boyega, who was in that Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Speaking of They Fly now.
He, in fact, is the one who said They Fly.
I thought that was, what's his nut? Dr. Frankenstein.
I believe. Okay, so he said They Fly Now? ? John Boyega says they fly now.
Perfect.
Period.
Perfect delivery.
Yeah.
Those movies rock. All right.
And mid-credits, Ron Perlman cuts himself out of the Preemie Kaiju.
Oh, I didn't see that. I turned it off. Fuck.
I mean, that's fine. He like, you see the baby Kaiju thing, and then like it splits open, and the guts are fucking glowing blue, and then Ron Perlman sticks his head out and says, "Where's my fucking shoe?" or something.
And did that really happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000%.
You could still be lying to me, and I have no idea of knowing.
Like, I wish I was lying to you, honestly. I mean, on the other hand, like, is this not the most believable thing I've said?
Sure. Yeah, it really is. Let's rate Pacific Rim.
Okay, great.
Story. Just say that's not this movie's high point.
I am going to... Okay, so let's see. Just to remind our audience, because I obviously know. What is our rating scale?
1 to 10.
Yes, so the first 4 categories are 1 to 10, and the last one is 5.
Yeah, it's very intuitive.
Story rating 3.
Oh,
I mean, like, it's... I enjoyed this movie a lot. This might be the lowest possible rating I can give to a movie that I enjoyed.
That you like?
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it's spot on. I would like to argue for less, but I don't. I mean, it does have some interesting world building. Like I said, I like the intro, how they unveil the timeline of events.
Yeah.
So 3 is fair.
I mean, the thing is, the story is absolute dog shit. Like, there's no depth to it. But
you could make a story with depth out of the framework they provide.
Yeah, but the thing is, the framework works 100%. Like, literally everything is 1 + 1 = 2 + 1 = 3 + 1 = 4. And, like, I think that's all they were shooting for.
This world of impending doom, where everybody is pretty much coming together to figure out what we're going to do. Like, I like that as a concept. I guess it's not a new concept, but I don't know. That's where it gets its 3 points, I guess. What about the influence of Pacific Rim? I feel like there were...
I mean, it did get a sequel. Maybe.
I think it got a cartoon too, didn't it?
Did it?
Didn't it get like a series or something?
I mean, it seems like it should. Like, okay, let's see. It got a video. Oh, it got an anime series.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Netflix.
I was unaware of that.
It's 2 seasons.
An amusement park ride. Holy shit.
And I feel like Godzilla was really popular around this time, and I obviously Godzilla is a precursor to this, but it could be influential in helping to get more Godzilla movies made.
Yeah, I think this was probably pretty helpful in getting the more recent, like, I don't know, I'm having trouble remembering the sequence of Godzilla films, but I feel like this was a little bit before the most recent run that, connects to like fucking Wyatt Russell.
I just feel like it was, which is coming out soon. I just feel like was very culturally relevant at the time, which makes me want to give it. I think I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I don't think that's wrong at all. I'd go. Okay, I'm going to go 6.5. Agreeing with your reasoning and also saying people have harassed us for this. So,
yeah,
that 0.5 is because you assholes made this happen.
People wanted this movie. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I can't remember why.
I don't either. I mean, it's not cyberpunk. Like,
No, it has some vibes.
Fucking living in a delusion if you think this is cyberpunk. But
I would like
it
to hear
is
the
fun.
argument. Prescience. Let's just say this is the dystopic future we wish we could have.
Yeah, it would be fucking cool if we had
the world united to fight giant monsters.
Yeah, and at the bare minimum, some black guy to make powerful speeches against monsters.
Yeah.
As opposed to a fucking white guy who's like, oh, I'm a fucking monster, senile and a monster, and shitting myself.
I bet he does too. Not just
I don't think he's even aware of it.
And I also don't think there's any future, no matter how far distant we go, that we can build robots like this. So I'm gonna hit it with a 1. I think it's terribly unprescient in every way.
Yeah,
I think it's a vision of the future that only 2012 could provide.
It also didn't like. Okay. I found the timeline. So, in 2014 was the Toho Godzilla film that I think a little bit kind of reignited the kaiju thing in live action, and then it and then 2019 was Godzilla King of Monsters, which was the one with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
And that's the one that led to the Monarch, Wyatt Russell series. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give it a 1.5.
Okay. Generous.
Yeah.
Style, I think.
Look,
I think it's got it, right?
I am going to have to go for a solid 7 on style.
That's where I was too.
Okay. I
mean, when you take like Ron Perlman, you take the whole Bone Zone or whatever they call it.
Bone Slum, which I mean, the addition of slum and bone, that's worth a whole 2 points in and of itself.
The kaijus are designed pretty cool.
Apparently, according
or not
to
kaiju, the Jaegers. Sorry,
yeah, the Jaegers. Apparently, the kaiju, they had a whole design department that came up with like 100 fucking kaiju, and they did like a March Madness bracket.
Nice.
What is the coolest kaiju that we're gonna put in this film thing?
That's
which
pretty cool.
I think is a great way to do it. Like in terms of designing monsters. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right. Lastly, 1 to 5 hand raisers. How much did you like the movie? I think I'm gonna hit it at a 3. I liked it. I didn't love it.
That is exactly where I land. 3 as well. Like it's a totally reasonable way to spend a fucking Friday night and literally not think about it.
Yeah.
Until 10 years later, 13 years later, when somebody says, hey, you should do this for a podcast. And then you go, no, what if we do a fucking Hugh Jackman medium-sized robot movie instead?
Yeah.
Because we're laughing at you, audience.
All right. Can you really quick knock out the box office numbers?
I absolutely can. This is one of the most cursed weekends I have ever seen.
Okay.
Okay, so this was July 12th, 2013. Pacific Rim opened at number 3 with making $40 million. And the rest of it is just full of movies that I either did not like or will never see. Number 1, Despicable Me 2 in its second week.
Not a fan. Sorry for those of you who are. I'm too old.
Number 2, brand new this week, beating Pacific Rim, Grown Ups 2. Yeah, I know, right?
Wow, not a fan of that either.
Number 3, The Heat, a movie that I watched within the past year, featuring Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah, that one wasn't so bad.
And it is pretty charming.
Yeah,
like it's like fine. Number 5,
well, we love Sandy B.
Yeah,
she follows us on Bluesky.
Also true. Number 5, people who do not follow us on Bluesky, The Lone Ranger.
Oh, wow. I forgot that was a movie. Johnny Depp
as a
native?
Uh-huh. It's not problematic at all. Why would you ask?
It was a different time, man.
Number 6, Monsters University in its fourth
sure,
week.
fine, whatever.
Number 5, World War Z.
I like that. All right, that's fine.
Number 8, White House Down, a movie I'm never going to see.
Not.
Number 9, and this is the odd thing. This is the middle of fucking July. Like, summer is big box office time, right? You know, you'd think there'd be, giant Marvel movie or something. Number 9, Kevin Hart. Let me explain.
Stand-up special?
It is a Kevin Hart stand-up special in theaters.
Cool.
Number 10, Man of Steel.
Did you, by the way, see the Z-Way interview with him at all?
I did not.
It's very funny. She talks about how he's selling out stadiums, and she's like, "How much is enough money?" And he says, "Well, at a certain point, it's not about the money. It's just about getting voice
Reaching
out
most
there and
people.
seeing what you can accomplish." Blah blah blah. And then later, she's talking about the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and she's like, "So how much did they pay you?" And he's like, "Well, I just said it's not about the money." And she goes, "And yet."
I really enjoy her.
She is fucking great.
She is impressively brutal.
People will go on there and just get ripped apart and love it for some reason. Like, it's a great show. Anyway, not relevant to anything we're doing now. Is that it, or do you got one more?
Two more actually. Number 10, Man of Steel, which is the Zack Snyder Superman film that Sean loves, and I watched.
I've never seen.
Number 11 is the first movie that actually makes me go, yeah, that was a fun and interesting one. This is the End.
Oh, I like that one. I think I saw that in the theater too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
This is like, if you look through the top 50 of this weekend, there are 5 movies that I saw, which is impressively cursed for a movie this recent.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just
12 years.
So much fucking dog shit.
13 years, actually.
Yeah. Just you're
not going to see Despicable Me?
Nah, never seen a one. I mean, the most I've ever seen of one is the hydrant that got taken out outside of Minsky's on Southwest Boulevard.
Did it look like
It was a Minion.
Okay,
yeah.
Is Minion from that? I don't even know.
Yes, that is a Despicable Me thing, unless I am mistaken, which is
don't come at us. We don't care.
Don't come at us. Fuck off and unsubscribe.
No, don't go that far. We're fine.
If you care that much, seriously, give it up, man. Maybe
right.
KYS.
No, do not. That is excessive for being a super fan of Despicable Me. People love those movies.
I'm sure they do. I don't know that I want to know them.
Somebody out there, one of our biggest fans, is hurt right now and is actually going to KTS. And you're going to feel real bad.
I will not know about it. Here's the thing. If you try to make a point, I'm not going to understand that point. I'm not going to see it. And I refuse to accept it.
I understand. Despicable Me, whatever. We need to move on.
Antida
me. Rise up. Next
week, we will be covering the mediocre but available on Paramount Plus Running Man 2025, starring Glenn Powell, not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. Directed by Edgar Wright, which makes me think it's going to be great.
Yeah, hopefully.
I love that guy.
That is a thing that might make you think that, or might make you hope that. It also features Coleman Domingo and fucking Josh Brolin. Again, obviously, should be great.
Yeah, and we're going to have a guest, which means our episode is going to be great.
It absolutely will, because we love a fucking guest, especially this one.
I was just on recently because we were hoping for a back-to-back Running Man thing, but vacations and other podcasts got in the way, so it's close enough. You got a little Pacific Rim palate cleanser in the middle, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and if you're, I as homework, read the Running Man novella by Richard Bachman / Stephen King, and I will at least talk a tiny bit about that in relation to the new film. So if you want to do some homework about that shit, feel free.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but I did already. So
You suffer
trapped.
for us all.
I'm trapped. Like
You are the Christ of cyberpunk podcasts.
Father, why have you forsaken me?
All right, until next week, that's all we got. So Josh is going to send us out with one of those hard-hitting Pacific Rim quotes.
Today, we are canceling the apocalypse.
I wish we had that power. Goodbye.
Bye. That sounded more Australian than Idris Elba.
It did.
This has been the High Tech Low Life podcast. Find us on Bluesky at High Tech Low Life. Email us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com and find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hightechlowlife. Theme music by Nihilor at nihilor.com. Thank you for listening.
Keep it moving. Come on, what are you waiting on? Let's go.
They're trashing our rights, man! They're trashing the fluid data! They're trashing! Trashing!
Everybody out there.
Hike the